What's going on YouTube? Earth Power here with
Thundersultan, Call
and
Reddish.
we are bringing you after Thursday 8/16/2012 Gen Con experience. Everything that happened today, everything we figured out, and that jazz. So,
Lots of good news, a little bit of bad news.
but
It's
not
just, it's more
really
good than
bad
bad,
news.
so
It's
trust me.
like eh.
Well, we looked all over Gen Con. We looked through the the book that they gave us, everything like that. Basically, Wizards decided to focus all their footage, like square footage wise, all that focus on their D&D stuff. They've apparently relaunched a lot of D&D campaigns and stuff like that. Are you doing little funny things? Okay. Anyway,
It's not gonna be
so
that slow.
the entire booth is devoted to Dungeons and Dragons, and a lot of your he's got another video that's going to show a ton of that. So take a
Yeah,
look at
so
that.
I'm uploading a whole video blog experience thing at the end of all this on Monday. So
But yeah,
stay tuned for all that.
so the booth that's normally in the exhibit hall and has a little bit of everything, with like magic demos and what would normally have like Kaijudo demos and whatever, and also the ability to buy that kind of product. They've devoted that all to D&D. Like you can buy D&D books and stuff, but that's it. You can't buy magic, stuff like that. They actually have uh, 4 rooms across from the exhibit hall devoted to each of the campaigns that they're kind of doing for the D&D stuff. And also they have a ballroom inside the Marriott that is for organized play for the Dungeons and Dragons as well. So they're definitely devoting all their effort to that, and I can understand that. They've probably been doing that for like a year or so. They just may not have had the space for Kaijudo. They did say Kaijudo underscore on Twitter, Kaijudo underscore Wizards underscore Kaijudo. Sorry guys, it's been a very long day.
Yeah.
But they said that there was last minute changes. They wanted to focus more on D&D, and they did a ton of stuff with the retailer side of getting the league stuff done. So we didn't see any of that because we don't have owner exhibitor badges. So who knows what went on in that? But well, I guess we'll never really know until everybody starts to launch their
We'll find
league
out.
stuff.
Yeah, we'll find out
Yeah, no big deal. So that was the bad stuff, and here's some of the good
soon. And
stuff.
the good stuff, let me be the bearer of good news. For the most part, we met up today with a whole crew of old school Yu-Gi-Oh players. Not even old school, I mean even new school. Just some of the best in the U.S. definitely. But Billy Brake, uh,
Who's
Joe,
from Dallas?
yeah,
Didn't know that.
from Dallas.
Guess who's gonna be playing Kaijudo with me?
So Billy Brake, Joe Bolgi, whatever his name was. Bolagi. I don't know. I can't.
Connecticut guy, 21 years old.
Connecticut guy. Cordero
Mm-hmm.
Vexicus 4666. His link will be below. Serious Hider Spy Paul Clark. His link will be below.
Yeah.
And then the owner of All 3 Reality Games himself,
Jim.
Jim. So we met up with those guys and we pretty much hung out with them all day long. Like I mean, just a bunch of really cool people and so glad. I mean, it just made the rest of the day just fly by. Like we just had a lot of fun. We wound up getting a crew playing Kaijudo at the end of the day, like all of us.
And the crazy thing was is all of that really spun itself into an amazing thing right there in front of the
Oh
Alter
yeah.
Reality booth.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
we get to All 3 Reality.
Which I've never heard of them.
I don't know which one of us noticed that they had Kaijudo, but they're like, oh, Kaijudo, that's apparently the only people selling it down here. And they were selling boxes for $60. So you
Yeah.
decided, like, okay, buying one, let's do it. And as he bought one, someone very awesome, who I tweeted about, you guys, if you guys are on my Twitter, you saw that, but Ryan Miller walked up to us and was like, oh, you guys are buying Kaijudo. What's
Lead
going
designer
on?
of
Lead
Kaijudo.
designer of Kaijudo came up to us and was just like, hey, you guys buying Kaijudo? Interested? And I was like, yeah, I'm Earth Power, and that's thundersultan, and we run YouTube channels, and we've been super serious about this since February and your launch. And he couldn't have been more stoked. Like, he didn't have to talk to us at all. Like, he didn't have to have any sort of conversation with us. He just was like, oh, cool, that's neat, and then walked on. We had like an hour and a half long conversation with this guy, just talking about everything from Kaijudo to just everything that's been going on, like with them that he could tell us about at least, and just a bunch of cool stuff, like
He couldn't
stories.
he couldn't do anything on camera because of legal reasons.
Yeah.
And he also couldn't tell us anything that wasn't already known. He hinted towards a couple of things that he knew were, not that big a deal. Um, one of them
You want to
being,
drop some of them?
sure, why not?
Yeah, he talked
Now
about.
these are all still technically speculation,
Yeah,
but
but
here's what we can
something,
do.
yeah, sort of coming from him that he said we could talk about, so we're going to talk about it. But he hinted towards an infinite combo. That was the big one that stuck with me. Coming out maybe in Evo. Now it's gonna be they were like, I guess they found out that it was there and they were like, screw it, leave it, because apparently it's like impossible. It's like one of the dual masters ones that requires like 20 some odd mana and a bunch of different cards and hands to pull off. But infinite combo.
Something you wouldn't see in casual play or tournament play, but is
But
technically what he called a corner case. He used that in terms of things that are really really rare but can't happen, and that we're seen as perfectly okay to be go through and go ahead and just print.
yeah,
So
to just go with.
that was a cool term that he used, corner case. We talked about the mana and how once you have a color in your mana pool, it, you can just
You can start playing whatever.
yeah,
We
yeah.
talked about like the multi-civ part,
Yeah,
and that
and
was
I
another
explained to
corner
him,
case.
like on turn three, you could go turn one water, turn two water, turn three
Put
like a
Gonto,
multi-civ
drop
red
it.
green, and then tap the two blue to play like the equivalent to a Ganta. And he said, well, that's a corner case that it can happen, but we looked at it, we figured, it doesn't, it's not going to happen very often. It's
And
not
we're okay
worth,
with it if it does.
and we're okay with it does. It rewards you, and he was just the way he explained it was
So much
100
better
times
than we'll
better
ever
than
be able to.
we could ever try. He had all the correct terminology and stuff.
And
but
then cards like Hydro Bot Crab and Riding Bone Bull and King Bluefish and stuff like that. Cards that are rare and uncommon, like the Hydro Bot Crab, that we see and immediately write off. But whereas kids are gonna pick it up and be like, oh, this is uncommon, this is gonna be good, and then play around with it and realize, oh, there's better things to do
yeah,
on turn 5, like a Urgle or something, or a teleport or something like that, and it immediately clicks for them, and then they're just a better player from then on. Like they've evolved, and now they're ready to go into, like they feel more confident about the decision they just made, and stuff like that. So that's why those cards are there. That's why we get crappy vanillas like that at certain rarities. It's not so much just as a punishment to us good players and like just throwing bullshit in, but it's
in
to
in
help
the uncommon
to
or
help
rare slot.
yeah to help grow.
The way he explained it as a teaching tool that's just
Yeah.
inherently in the cards.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
once again he explained it 100 times better than we could. But
Well,
it
blue our ones. Ridiculous.
yeah. The other really really amazing thing that I got from him was I knew he couldn't tell me if they were going to use an elo system or a point system for the organized play, which does start at PAX. He did say that, and also the website said that, and then Kaijudo Wizards underscore Kaijudo said that as well. But what he said is um, a elo system is not kid friendly.
I guess.
Is that kind of how he said
I
it?
think something that part of the
But
conversation.
basically, he said it's not going to be an elo system. It wouldn't be friendly to a kid's
right.
game.
Kids aren't gonna understand and be able to
Yeah,
like
and that's
when they see their points get cut all of a sudden, it's just like, oh, why no? Like,
and Wizards. If you guys are watching this, I mean, he was the most professional guy about it. Didn't give us anything we shouldn't have known. So,
right.
And,
But it's just
and
awesome.
everything like that.
But like that, it's just like now we're thinking. Now the gears are turning
Yeah.
more than they have been. It's like we want an elo system, but making it kid friendly. Like he just brings up a good point. Is it kid friendly? Is
It's
it
not
not?
kid friendly.
And then it's
And the target audience for this game is not us,
no.
but it's for the
Talking about like the lowest demographic, like 8 year
8 to
olds.
12. So
Yeah, so and helping them, making this easy for them so that they can be on a level with us, bring everybody up to the same level, and then that's where more skilled players are going to win after that. So.
do you want to explain Future League?
Future. I guess they were talking about how they're so many years in advance, and this is just what I picked up from talking to him. Like we would mention cards that we have now, and it would take them a minute to register because they're testing cards over there that are so far ahead from where we're at. I mean, a year, year and a half, 2 years ahead of where we're at in sets right now. They're already building decks, testing cards, testing sets, like 5, 6, 7, whatever ahead, however ahead they are. They're already testing these cards. So everything we were talking about with him is out of date in his head, pretty much. In a way, if future league if they are that far ahead.
Yeah.
But it was just interesting to see the way he reacted to some of the stuff we were talking about, like when we would get amped, like talking about like bringing up Hyderabad Crab, bringing up like the first Tatsurion, bringing up the Beast one that they just previewed, like bringing those up to him and him not it taking him a second to be like, oh, what's that one do? Like, where are we at with that? Like, it was just so far away from where he was.
Um, we even, I suggested, I said, hey, if there's cards that, I would like to never see printed,
Yeah.
like Full Media Steel Dragon, Clamp, Ganta, stuff like that. He obviously couldn't say yes or no to them either being printed or not
But
being printed.
he got
but
a chuckle out of it.
but he definitely pointed out that this game is targeted more towards kids
And it's under extensive testing.
yeah,
Sure
and,
stuff works.
and they know that they're oppressive cards, and they're not gonna let oppressive cards go,
Yeah,
but with no confirmation of those cards. Um, but yeah. It was interesting to talk to somebody who's 2 years in the future, and to him we're 2 years in the past. So,
but just his overall just his attitude and like energy just for talking to him just like blew me away. Because I mean, for an hour he talked to us.
He didn't have to. He could have shook our hands and left.
Super excited the whole time. We had him sign some stuff.
Yeah.
Gave him business cards. And let him gave us our names. And he's I think he's at Dot Miller on Twitter.
At Dot Ryan.
At Dot Ryan on Twitter. So
Yeah.
I'll leave his Twitter link below.
You can look at his Twitter and my Twitter, who we follow, and find him right there.
Yep.
Ryan Miller.
So definitely, I mean, check him out. Lead designer, just an amazing, just a cool guy.
Just like, one of those weird things. A lot of things just happened right in front of Altered Reality booth. So, and they hooked us up with some play mats and stuff like that. So expect to see some
Altered Reality. Altered Reality. ARG.
Expect to see those in a lot of the videos and stuff like that. So
definitely gonna name drop them a whole bunch of the future. So if you ever hear me say ARG talk about them, that's Altered Reality. And I'll try to leave their link in my description every now and then. So definitely check them out. Cool guys, just really nice, good people, like who like other nice, really.
Ended up having some dinner with them tonight.
Yeah,
that was good.
Dinner with them.
Then we got some videos, some duels in.
Yeah, I got a duel with Paul Clark. That's probably gonna come up a little bit after this, so stay tuned for that. And I think that's it for Thursday. That was only Thursday, YouTube.
Yeah.
So expect I don't know more.
Yeah.
So much more. I'm gonna go check out all the One Piece shit tomorrow. Let's see what else they got going on. So
now the other video Earth Power is gonna put up has just some random like walking around stuff.
Oh yeah. I got a whole bunch of video blogs.
If you guys are liking that, definitely put it in the comments. We'll get you some more of it. Maybe maybe go through the artist alley. I don't know, whatever you guys want to see.
Yeah. So just comment below, let us know what you want to see.
We can maybe go outside, show you some of the street stuff.
Yep. I'm gonna go see Batman at some point.
This fool hadn't seen Batman yet.
So that's
nobody ruin it in the comments for real.
I mean, it's already ruined. I know that like
CBH ruined it.
I know that bastard. CBH, what's up, CBH man? Chill. All right. But I think at this point we're rambling. So maybe.
Yeah, and it's also like almost 1.
We're getting off topic of that. So yeah, it's time for sleep, so we can get up early tomorrow and bring you guys a ton of awesome content. So yeah, guys, social links all below. Thundersultan's channel down below. My channel down below.
I got less than 100 subscribers, so if you guys want to subscribe to me, that'd be cool. Once organized play starts in Dallas-Fort Worth area, expect a lot of the same, video duels and stuff like that. Especially with Billy Brake living like an hour away from me. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Jay Matthews lives like 15 minutes from me. Evan Banjo lives not too far from me, so
definitely got the crew to do it.
There should be some hub, action going on for Kaijudo and Dallas Fort Worth. So
yeah, check his channel link out below. Check mine out down below for putting this on your channel too. Yeah. And check out all the rest of the social links, the Facebooks, the Twitters, the Ryan Miller's, the Mexicans, and the Ballparks, and all them. And hopefully, guys, we'll see you next time. Peace.
May all your shields be triggers, guys.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, I gotta hit the button.
You gotta hit the button.
I gotta hit the button.
Hit the button.
Oh,
Hit the button.
hit the button, guys.
Hit the button.
Yeah. Is it this one? It's this one, right?
Yeah, stop.
It's the stop.
It's stop. We
It's,
got to stop. Stop!